Hello guys, here is a new story, and this one is gonna talk about a very crucial cultural aspect that is always very interesting to the Western world, which is the polygamy part of it, part of husband and wife relationship in the Middle East. And actually in a lot of areas in the world, we have them in America. They are called the Mormons. Is it the Mormons? I think they are. Anyway, but in the Middle East, it's in the Holy Book. It's organized. There is laws around it. You can't just do it randomly. So, enough suspense. Shall we hear the story? Let's go. So, this story happened in Kuwait and in Saudi Arabia, and it's very common. I'm not sure it's actually called polygamy when you marry more than one woman. Probably there is a specific name for it, because polygamy, I am assuming it's having more than one lover, and you could do it in secret and there is no laws around it and the baby is not legal. But in the Middle East, to fight the what do you call it, the practice of cheating and the practice of fornication, because it's considered a big sin. So the faith itself forbid committing the sin, but brought another solution, because at the end of the day we are all humans and we have desires, and some men it's in their nature. It's not because a man is a cheater. Some men need more than one woman. It's known. So we cannot fight it, we cannot do anything about it. It's just their nature. Not all men, but some of them. So the faith has a solution for them, is that if you desire a woman, you cannot commit a sin with her, because it's unfair for the woman, because it will ruin her reputation, play with her emotions, and you will end up having a illegal son, which is called in the faith as a bastard, which among religious people, if the baby got created in a bad vibe and not a clean environment, it affects their psychology and it affects their social life in the future. They grow up without a mom and a dad, and the mom end up single, or the baby get given for adoption or get thrown away. It's just so much drama. The faith had put a solid solution for that and says, if you desire a woman, declare your intentions and do it under God's name. So they do a verbal contract, and you can document it and make it official in the mosque, which is like a church and like a synagogue for other religions. And so if a baby happened, he will have rights and he will have a dad name. But you can do it in secret, or you can do it in public. A lot of people choose to do it in public, but now it became so easy and so common, like dating apps. People start doing it for a short time and do it in secret. If they fell in love, I have seen cases, they fell in love and they declared it in public. Because the first woman could be from a good family name, and it's insulting for her to get another woman. The man doesn't want to deal with the drama of the first woman leaving the kids if they have kids. If he did the deed when he's older, after he's bored and he already have an established life. Some men are financially stable, they don't give a fuck, so they declare it and they deal with their woman later on. Or some women like it. Some women don't mind this type of relationship or marriage. They just accept it, and they are happy to have another woman to take care of the husband if he's a burden, because they have to cook and take care of the kids. Or if some men want to have more than 5 or 6 kids, he can have another woman to entertain him and have more kids. Another extreme cases is when the woman cannot have kids at all, or if she has some type of a disease where she cannot do her duties as a wife, or she cannot be a full partner. It's unfair for him to waste his youth with somebody who cannot have full duties to him. Also, it's unfair for the woman to get divorced and be left and thrown away because she's disabled, or if she has a disease or sickness, or if she cannot have kids, and he can go and have another woman. Some women are okay with that. I'll stay with you, you don't divorce me, you take care of me, and you can have another woman. So really it's bunch of reasons and excuses that could make the situation way better for both couples, but it's not for everybody. Though it's allowed, not everybody have it or do it. And I did ask personally some men that I met, like, how is it? He said, well, it's amazing because all women compete for my satisfaction. So if one woman fought with the guy, he would leave the house and go to the other woman, so she doesn't want that to happen. So it's always low-key fights, it's always not too much drama and stuff like that. They compete for his love. And I asked him, regarding that part, he said, well, you have to treat them equal, but God on our hearts, you have to have your own favorite, but you don't want them to feel that. And it's really a very funny situation that we got used to see overseas. I have been lucky and to witness it and see it and live it, though I have been an immigrant here my entire adult life. When I go home, I see it, and I have some family members who did it. Anyway, regarding our story today, so there is this guy from Kuwait who had a wife and had 6 kids, and he is in his 40s and felt bored and wanted to renew things in his life. So he opened the topic in front of his friends, and some of them had other wives. And they told him, yeah, we all did it. We do it in secret, and you need help, we are all here. Do you need help? We can give you a phone number for a woman who's like a dating coach. You call it in English dating coach. In the Arabic world, they call her engagement specialist. She have some women who want to get married, they go and give her their number, because dating is not allowed in the Middle East. You know, it's so conservative. You can talk with each other, but you cannot touch and go out. You can go out in secret and sneak out, but in public, impossible. It's considered taboo, and guys would do it, but they will never marry the girl. You know how it is. They will want to find a clean woman and a good wife who doesn't give them headache doing stuff behind their backs and cheat on them and stuff like that. So it's considered a bad apple. So they usually tend to go to the professional routes and go and so of course she's paid, this woman, the engagement specialist they call her. So he went to one of those ladies and she introduced him to one of the girls in a country called Saudi Arabia. I'm sure all of you know about it, and which is neighboring to Kuwait. She said, I have a lot of clients from there, do you want to see her? And he said, yeah, I'll meet her. He met her, he liked her, he did the marriage in secret. So to escape his wife questions, he started going to see his new wife only the weekends, every Friday and Thursdays. And in the Middle East, it's not Saturdays and Sundays. Fridays their holiday. It's like the Sunday here. So he started to go to see her every Friday and Thursday. Long story short, he had that arrangement with the other woman because he told the second woman about the first woman, and of course she has to understand the situation and collaborate with him, otherwise the marriage won't happen. And he bought her a house and settled in Saudi Arabia in a town called Al-Baha. I'm sure you never heard of it, but I'll throw the name. I kept not throwing names of towns and cities here and there because you will never know them, but probably I should, so you Google them and know where they are. It's really cool area because it's at the top of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the weather is nice. It's always green, and with the climate change now, they start to witness weird things. They start to have snow. They never had snow before, and I see it on TVs, and I get WhatsApp videos and notifications. Oh my God, it's a Judgment Day is coming. It's snowing in Saudi Arabia. Anyway, so he lived like this for years, like 2 or 3, 4 years, and his wife started to question that, and he told her, I have some assets there. I found the land, and I have sheep and cows and goats there, and I take care of them, so I have to go and check on our assets every weekend. And sometimes he would skip those weekends, but it's usually the weekends. Eventually, the wife started to suspect things. She said, well, how come we never see this asset? Let's go and see it. And he told her, oh my God, Now he doesn't have any assets. How is he gonna solve this problem? So he went and gathered with his friends again. He told them, look, you guys, you put me in trouble. Now what am I gonna do? This is what's going on. They said, oh, you are at that stage. Don't worry about it. We have a land for you that has animals, and it has even a I don't know what you call it in English, the guy who take care of the cattle and the herd and take care of the land and the animals. We have someone there who own a land, and he's waiting for you. He has all information, and we will just give you his information, and he will take care of you. And he said, what? Are you serious? Is that easy? They said, yeah. Just go there, and he will take care of it. Or just call him. The guy in his next visit to his second wife went there, and he met the guy. And as soon as he met him, he started laughing. He said, well, I guess you're number 29. And our guy with the two wives, he said, what do you mean I'm number 29? He said, well, it's I became a haven for your troubles, guys, with your second wives. You must have a second wife, and you want me as an escape alibi for your shenanigans. And he said, did somebody else did it before me? He said, your entire a lot of people, yeah, your half of your group are my clients. Whenever they have trouble, when their wives and claiming they have a land in Saudi Arabia, they come to me, and I show their wives the assets, and they stay here and have fun, and then they leave. So this is Adam. Adam is the guy who is from Sudan, a country south of Egypt called Sudan. And he's taking care of the cattle, and you are gonna be his boss. He knows the deal. And Adam started laughing when the owner of the land introduced him to our guy. And he took him around, showed him the assets, and he told him, when do you want to come over? He said, the wife is like on fire. She want to come as soon as possible. Is next week good for you? He said, yeah, next week is good for me. They gathered the bags and arranged for the trip, and the wife was so excited to see the assets. And when they walked in, it was really nice land, and they saw the animals, and there was a building where they have a room and they can spend the night there. And the husband told her, we should go to a resort. We don't want to stay in the farm. She said, no, don't worry about it. We want to stay in the farm. What are you talking about? It's our land. We want to enjoy it. He told her. And he was like, oh my God, this woman, what am I going to do now? And because it's so busy, the people come in and out, and he doesn't want the owner of the land family, one of them walk in or something, and he's in trouble for meeting strangers. He didn't want to risk it. So he told her, listen, this is a farm. We are in the open area. There are, and it's a desert. We have the desert close to us. It wasn't a desert, but the desert is close to us. The mountains are there. We could have spiders, or we could have scorpions even. Saudi Arabia is famous of having desert scorpions. And it was a brilliant idea. She freaked out and immediately said, no, okay, take us to a hotel. And that's it. That was the end of his troubles, and his whole plan succeeded. So I guess that was the plan with everybody who was marrying in secret and didn't want to announce his marriage. And that became the escape for everybody who want to get married to another woman and keep her. And that's the end of our story. So that's I hope you like this some cultural twist in our in the series of my story, and introduced you to something new from that other side of the world. And if you have any questions or any comments, let me know. And if there is some people from that side of the world who are listening to my stories, girl, if your man has an excuse that he has assets in another country, then he has another wife and he's having fun with her. Anyway, until our next story, take care and have fun, guys. And please subscribe and like my stories, because it helps the logarithm in YouTube. It's not going to cost you anything, but it's going to mean a lot to me. Take care, and until our next story. Bye-bye.